NHL viewership is down 22% this season, and you sent me a nice clip of a guy breaking it down about why. And one of the things is there's no real rivalry, no real hatred among the teams, and that I think is step number one of why it's gone down. But what else do you think?
So, I either DM'd you or I talked about this to a coworker of mine, but I think a lot of people, not like you because you still have cable, but a lot of people have left cable altogether. Like I told you I haven't watched TV in years. Like everything I do is online. I watch all the hockey games I watch is online, and it's like it gets streamed to me, so it doesn't really hit that.
And how are you streaming them?
On a
website. Okay.
On a website.
On a website.
Yeah, on a website.
So that's part of the problem, I think, because those numbers aren't factored into NHL viewership too, right?
Exactly. But
so,
when I'm on that website, it's a lot of people fucking watching those games.
Yeah,
so they get to comment on it and stuff.
So maybe that's where the 22% went. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I think the 22% viewership that's down is because the 22% of viewership are just like, I don't want to spend over $300 on fucking cable when I could just watch it online. And there they all are.
And from there, Chicklets talked about it a lot last season where, and it's still going on apparently, where Comcast/Xfinity, whatever you want to call them, in the Denver, Colorado area, the home market of the Avalanche, you pay for cable, you have cable, but the games for the Colorado Avalanche are blacked out in that market due to certain, cable agreements with other companies. So fans of the Avalanche can't even watch their own team's games, and they're paying a cable bill in order to do that, but they can't even watch it. Mm-hmm. So there's that aspect of it, the no rivalry, the online streaming services. ESPN, I think we thought they were going to do such a good job. The panel looked really good, I thought, but they just don't care. They're not promoting hockey at all.
At all.
Granted, we are in the prime time peak of the NFL football season, which is their main focus. But at a certain point, like, why are you going to shell out all that money for the NHL's name, contract, all that stuff, if you're not going to promote it at all? They're not mutually exclusive. Like, you have to pick one and pump the numbers. Like, the seasons overlap, like, almost 100%. So you knew that going into it. You should just be promoting both equally. You should have an NHL department, a football department. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just, and I think the ESPN Plus thing too, like, there's a lot of different factors that went into this, but down 22% is so much, dude.
It's a lot.
That's bad.
But and the streaming services suck too. We had a whole streaming conversation last week, and it just like, what do you go to? I had when I had cable, we had Comcast, and I kid you not, it just kept going up for nothing we've added. We had like NHL Network, HBO, so whatever the fuck thing that was, a package deal that was, and the straw, like, what I'm looking for? Like, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yep.
Was we got a bill for almost $400 for, like, we didn't add anything at all. It was just like, it just kept going up. I'm like, we're just gonna get rid of cable because we'll keep internet because all we do is just go on YouTube or other shit anyway. So, and I think I think again that's why it's hurting these viewerships, because they're not looking to the internet. They're just looking at like the viewerships for like people who have cable and everything, when in reality people are leaving cable left and right. That's my thought.
Well, they are looking at the internet as well. They're just not factoring in, the illegal views in that sense. You know what I mean? I do think that I'll give them credit to their social media team for the NHL. Not necessarily ESPN. Like I said, they're not promoting it at all. But the NHL's social media and content game has gotten so good this season. Especially with the panel they have on TNT. They have a great, cast of characters that all bring something different to the table. I just think there's just content left and right. There's awesome storylines in the league that they're highlighting. Mm-hmm. I think they're doing a lot of things right there. But just to see that number, man, 22 is a lot.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Like for YouTube too, NHL, YouTube, they'll do stuff like their highlight reels are terrible. Like, I just refuse to watch them. But they do like side stuff that's actually pretty interesting. But if you want to watch like actual good like highlight reels that like show everything, Sportsnet. Like, go on Sportsnet YouTube and watch the highlights. They'll show fights. They'll show fucking everything. But for some reason, the NHL, when they do highlights, if there's a fight going on, I'll be like, no, I don't want to show that. I'm like, but this is what the fans want. You want to rope in people to like watch this shit. Like, the fans want fights.
Yeah, it's still a highlight. As much as they're trying to get away from it in the league, it's part of the game. It happens, and it can be a major storyline and a turning point in a game. So.
Yeah.